And so, with Xiao confirmed to be coming in 2.4, I wanted to make this video detailing the 3 reasons why you should pull for Xiao and make him your next main. And so, let's move on to the video. But before that, if you do enjoy this video, then consider giving it a like, subscribe, helps out a ton. So first up, the big reason why you should summon for him is his damage capabilities. So it comes with no surprise that Xiao is a monster DPS, outputting some of the highest damage in the game by plunging down with his burst, and what's more is that all of his damage comes from himself, as unlike other characters like Diluc who require other characters for reactions, Xiao doesn't need any of that and can function perfectly alone. Now, when I say he's a monster DPS, I do mean that. He's probably considered top 5 DPS in the game right now and does well against any boss and enemies, especially due to the fact that the main way he deals damage is through plunging, which means domains or even floors in the Spiral Abyss are so much more easier being able to consistently deal high amounts of AoE plunge damage, and this is especially true if you have him C6. As once you C6 them, any floor with multiple mobs becomes so much easier. However, unless you're willing to spend the big bucks, you probably won't have him at C6. And now, just to know, my Xiao isn't even that optimized, still missing good artifacts as well as talent levels, and is still able to crit in the 40k range. And so a well optimized Xiao could easily get in the 80k and above range. So overall, he is a beast when it comes to his damage, but that's not the only good thing about him. So the second big reason why you should summon for him is his playstyle. So it's something that you'll notice very fast once you start playing Xiao is how different he plays compared to most characters. He is something you could call a selfish DPS, and this is not necessarily a negative, it's more the fact that, as I mentioned before, unlike other characters who rely on reactions, Xiao instead benefits more from staying on the field for as long as he can, only switching out to really get a shield or heal or just additional sub DPS damage. And so the big reason for this is his burst. So his burst has him don the Yaksha mask, which grants him a lot of additional effects like Anemo damage with his attacks, increased jumping ability, as well as increases to his attack damage. All of this means that ideally Xiao will want to get to his burst as fast as possible and stay in his burst for as long as possible, as changing characters does in fact remove this effect, and so that is the big reason why when you play Xiao you will spend most of your time playing him, which may or may not be a good thing depending on what you're looking for in a character. Now the third reason why you should try Xiao out is his element. So Anemo is a very unique element due to the fact that the swirl reaction is the same no matter which element is infused with it, and because of that it's usually not really recommended to build around this, as well as the fact that the damage is on the low side as it cannot crit. So this is reflected in Xiao's teams, as many of his best teams are usually consisted of just other Anemo units or even Geo, as the need for reactions is not really there and instead Xiao's damage just comes from himself. Now seeing as Anemo doesn't really rely on other elements, you will often see Xiao run with 2 other Geo characters, often Zhongli and Albedo, as Zhongli can give Xiao a shield, and with the Geo resonance his damage will skyrocket, and then Albedo can provide a ton of extra DPS through not only his burst but his elemental skill as well. But now that is Xiao, an amazing Anemo main DPS that is one of the best and one that I recommend to everyone out there, and so if you are on the fence of whether or not to summon for him, then I definitely recommend you do. And so if you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.